So just to finish up the steps of what we do, in reality, we'll go through and prune all of these roses before we do what we're doing now, where we raked away all the old mulch that had leaves in it. Remember, those leaves have disease that will grow in the soil and then come out spores on your plants. So, and then I'm just using this opportunity to put out some fresh compost. Compost is Mother Nature's very best fertilizer. I'm going to do it all around the roses. So to show it a little love, just put it all around there, around where I consider the root ball. And then lastly, once we're done with all of that, we'll bring in compost and we will compost the whole bed again. So I'm just going to put out a little compost now. I don't have near enough for the bed, but the compost will help. Mulch will help with the retaining water, and it will help that good compost will stay in the soil. And we'll do this entire bed with mulch. So then, probably closer to growing season, you're going to want to use an organic fertilizer. I love this Espoma product. It's rose tone. Whatever I use is going to be an organic. This is a little bit expensive for the garden to use on all our roses, so we'll use probably something that we can buy in bigger bulk. But you would just come and treat each rose bush with your organic fertilizer. But I'm going to give it a couple of days to let it settle in. It's supposed to rain this weekend. So I'm going to wait to do this until it has a little time to recover from the shock of what we just did to it. Important things to remember. Have the proper tools. You need sharp bypass pruners. You need sharp loppers if you've got old roses, because those canes are really hard to cut. It does help to put a rope around them, but I don't advise the zip ties. That's being wasteful. But you just tie it around, and then the idea of that is you just start cutting and you don't think about your 3 to 5. Then, with patience, pick out 3 to 5 canes you're going to let grow. Remember, you don't want anything in the center. You want as much sun to hit that center as you can. You want to cut where a bud is growing outward. Then try to remove as many of the leaves as possible. Ideally, you do that several times throughout the year. And then we put out some compost. We're going to remulch the bed, and in a few days, weeks, we will put organic fertilizer on them. One last remark I'll make is all of our roses are watered by drip line, and that reason we chose that, we don't have many drip lines very often, but if you water your rose with a typical sprinkler that's blowing up, that also increases the rose's disease. So we water all we can from the drip line in the soil so that water is not spraying on the leaves. If you don't have that option, then always water your roses in the morning so they have time for the leaves to dry out. Happy rose trimming. Have fun.